All right, let's get the show on the road. Here it is, 13th of July, 2011. You can see the record high set back in that super hot summer of 1936, 99 on this day and that day, and 42 degrees set back in 1940. Outside right now, most thermometers are in the upper 70s to near 80 degrees. We've got 78 in Steubenville, 79 in Washington and Morgantown, 80 in Wheeling, 81 in Cambridge, and 84 in New Martinsville. Winds coming in generally out of the northwest. Nice breeze out there right now. Speeds, these are steady winds at about 7 to 14 miles an hour. Gust almost to 20. Humidity levels are beginning to drop, and that is shown in our dew point temperatures. 55-degree dew point. Oh, that is just sweet, sweet lower humidity. 58 in New Philly, 60 in Wheeling. Still very muggy down at Clarksburg with 68. But hey, things are moving in the right direction. You can see this band of clouds that came through. There were showers and thunderstorms just to the east and southeast of our area. Now we're looking at severe weather watch out for much of Virginia, northern Virginia, central Virginia, down into northern central parts of North Carolina. Nothing could be finer than a girl from Carolina. Well, anyway, we're looking at some temperatures here, 99 degrees right now in Dallas, Texas. It's been super hot there, as you know. It's been hot for about 4 weeks now. By our standards, it's been hot for months, but by their standards, it's been hot. Their average high might be like 93 or something. Here they are once again up near 100 degrees. Super dry here, too. A monster, severe drought hitting the central and southern Great Plains, back into parts of New Mexico, over into a little bit of Louisiana, right along the Gulf Coast area. Very high humidity, or I should say very dry conditions there. Look at Wilmington, North Carolina right now, 101 degrees. Now, I used to know the state climatologist in Virginia. He's no longer the state climatologist in Virginia. He's moved on to something else, and he's got a job up in D.C. But anyway, he looked at the rainfall in the state of Virginia, and he figured that about 40% of the rain that falls in the summer season in Virginia comes from tropical storms and or hurricanes, or the remnant of tropical storms and hurricanes. So anyway, that's what we're going to need down here in the Gulf of Mexico and Texas and in the Carolinas to probably end this monster drought that they're wrestling with right now. 99 right now in Phoenix, Arizona, which is nothing unusual for them. Now, the dark green shows where it's super muggy. These are the dew points for the nation. And you can see that from south of Chicago, Kansas City, Louisville, Washington, D.C., just super oppressively muggy. And it goes all the way down to just east of Dallas over to Brownsville. And these places down here in the deep south, it's not unusual for them to have the high humidity. In fact, some of those places have a high muggy air for 4 or 5 months in a row. Well, we're looking at severe weather. Yes, we do have the orange boxes indicating some severe thunderstorms near Washington, D.C. Also down there along the eastern slopes of the Appalachian Mountains there in North Carolina. Looks like we got one near Greensboro, and also a few isolated severe thunderstorms right now in South Carolina along the Oklahoma-Arkansas border and the southeast corner of Colorado. Well, I'm going to push the button, and that's going to take us to our next map. Here's a wide view of the satellite and radar. Mostly clear for western Great Lakes, central Great Lakes, almost to the eastern Great Lakes. We are looking at some rain, and some pretty heavy rain right now near places like Oswego and Rochester and almost into Syracuse and up into Watertown and the Appalachian Mountains. Also looking at some in the eastern parts of West Virginia, the eastern panhandle down into central Virginia and into western parts of North Carolina. And then we got a lot of pop-up showers and thunderstorms from Arkansas, Oklahoma, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, down along the Gulf Coast area, down South Florida. But notice how dry it is in Texas again. It's almost nothing. They got a few isolated showers near Houston and Galveston. That's about it. Anyway, I'm going to push the button. That'll take us to our predictor. So what we have is a cool Canadian high-pressure system with low humidity now over the western Great Lakes. We've got low pressure off of Maine. The cold front came through, if you can call it a cold front, but anyway, it came through about 24 hours ago, but we're still waiting for that low humidity air to get here. That's just the way things are in the summertime. The winds are relatively light. Nothing comes rushing in or rushing out, except if you get at one of those thunderstorm complexes. Then they'll come in quickly on you. Well, here we move on. Here we go into Thursday afternoon. By this time tomorrow, it looks like the center of the high pressure system will be just to the north of the area, and that should be giving us winds out of the east and northeast. It'll be low humidity air tomorrow and brighter skies for your Thursday. Then we get into Friday. We're still holding on to this cool Canadian air mass, and even by late Friday, we may still be dry and may still have relatively low humidity. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if the humidity 48 hours from now will be lower than it is outside at this point. The lowest humidity will probably come Thursday morning. Well, anyway, we get into the weekend, and then it's a different kind of pattern. It looks like the flow is going to come in out of the southwest, and a high heat and humidity air is going to be coming in from the Mississippi Valley for Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. And basically, we're going to be looking at mostly late afternoon, early evening showers and thunderstorms. We don't see anything, any monster system. There's a possibility we could get a thunderstorm complex like form up in Michigan and then track down into the area and squash the high temperature for Sunday, Monday, and or Tuesday, but probability of that is pretty low. So that takes us to our 7-day forecast. The best days of the next 7 will come tomorrow and on Friday. High temperatures, we'll shoot for a high of 81 on Thursday, 83 on Friday. Saturday, 86, and then we're going to turn the heat and humidity up as you get into the latter part of the weekend. Another hot second half to a weekend. High temperatures up near 90 degrees as we get into the early part of next week.